Thank you for tuning in once again at the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host Lex, coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. If you want to check us out, to say a shout out or anything else that you want to have heard or be discovered even, check us out at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com, and as well as our blogspot, which is realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, where you can find wonderful insights, tips, and so much more on and throughout those pages. And as well as, don't be afraid to click those links and discover even more jewels that are there. At the end of the blogspot, you will find our links to our books and so forth, and descriptions of basically disclaimers and whatever else, updates and so much more, and as well as our sponsor, GiveMeAllThat.com, that's on there. Some great, wonderful, just exclusive RDDC discounts for their fashion apparel. And also, so you can find us at TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker.com, iTunes, iHeart Radio, and also SoundCloud, and much, much more. And our Spirit and Mind Elevation kind of rollout series to our courses and so much more that is unfolding on YouTube soon, and the links will be provided there on the blogspot as well as our SoundCloud page, or links to our shows. So this right here is a snippet, and is going to be a snippet of what we do, and that's serving up the doses of life, because life will definitely serve you up a dose and a double dose, triple doses and quadruple doses. Yes, we do know that, and that's how some of the creation of Real Double Dose channel is being formed. But once again, this is coming to you very pungently given. I'm just filtering it out a little bit more once it's given to the families. I remember that for the last few episodes, I was kind of touching base on basically people not believing in the foundation of you, we, or not that we need them to for that matter, but it makes us feel good for those who are close to us. That definitely shows us support and understanding with it. And when they go ahead and say things out of spite or angry, envy or jealousy, and it comes out either the right or wrong way, but is always taken wrong from how the message is delivered at that time and moment, and the mind frame of the person that's saying it, it can be very detrimental to the feelings of that person. Not just the focus and mindset to say, oh, well, I can't do it because they don't believe in it, but wow, I can't believe that they believe I can't do it, and I've believed in them, and I still strongly believe in myself. This is why this episode is called #NeverAlone. I want to put this out. This is a message to all of us. It's not a rant, but it's a message. And I will say, when we got, kind of a good feedback from one of the listeners at RDC that emailed us probably about a few days ago, I think now. That wonderful, well, anyways, you know where I'm getting at. Wonderful RDC family, and her name is Haley. Also, and she is from that beautiful, beautiful place that I want to also visit, and a little bit sooner in the future, and that's Phoenix City. Her question was, or basically her concern was, it was not really a question, well, she had kind of the back end for Anthony and I, but at the same time, she was saying, almost in the same retrospect as I said, about those closest to her, especially her parents, are basically beating her down, saying, hey, this is good. We're happy that you got this idea, but look, let's face it, it failed for you already. Or let's face it, stop going into this relationship with this person. Or let's face it, you keep yo-yo dieting, just, figure it out or just get over it. Like at this point right now, we don't have faith in you. Or, honestly, honey, you've been doing this for quite a few years, but you're just not there yet, just wondering. And sometimes they mean it in your best interest, and then sometimes they don't. It's a lot of things coming out that a lot of people are saying rationally, irrationally, and they just don't think about that. So this is to Haley and all of us out there. Thank you for also saying what you had to say and sharing your voice and allowing us to just put your name out there so people know that it's live and for real as far as RDC at yandex.com. But never let anyone steal your sunshine or your rainbow. That's for you and I to have. That's for us. Each and every one of us have sunshine and rainbows, and we're so accustomed to the world making us deliver more hate, anger, upsetness, and jealousy, and greed, and envy every day, eye lusting. It basically makes you to the point where you feel like, man, we're billions of people out here, and almost every one of us I'd probably say a good 80-20 rule. 80% of us, or as a whole, us out here, want to be recognized in some way, no matter if it's huge or big or not. And some of us just want to fulfill that from within. But hashtag never alone. Remember, we are never alone. And that's not a cliche thing to say. We're never alone when we take our first breath in this world. We're inside the womb of our mother. We're never alone once we're out of those gates, no matter what our consequences may be or what circumstances may be ahead. We're never alone. You and I are never alone. There's always someone out there wishing and hoping for a friend like you. There's always someone out there praying and just contemplating on being able to be where you are right now. There's always someone that is in our future that's calmly, and excuse me for the microphone going up and down, it's not my fault. The volume on this thing is treacherous at times, but I'm just saying, just want to put that out there. But is always someone or something always waiting for the benefit of greatness for us. Even within ourselves, the inner self is always preparing for the greatness that will discover even more of it. Not necessarily lying dormant, but pausing and ready to have it shift completely in a transitional phase, like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. Yes. Hashtag never alone means being able to permeate everything that you know you are and everything that you're going towards and you're feeling, and you have all the realness circulating and permeating through everything that wants to be vastly without and within. All I know, Haley, and to all of us out there, RDC families, and all who are new tuning in and listening, is hashtag you'll never be alone. Hashtag you are never alone. We are never alone. We always have someone or something. Regardless of what it is, we were given all the tools we need upon our birth here. And for those who do not, or we want to be by our side saying, you can do this, come on, our greatest supporters that don't know how to support, maybe it's because they've never been given that kind of support. Maybe it's because they just don't know how to give that support and see you, quote, in their minds fail. But you have to fail your way forward. You have to fail forward. Now I was just telling one of my a few of my students that, failing our way forward is the best way to do it. No one wants to hear, or at least most majority that I know of, we know of, you don't want to hear a success story start off with, I never had a problem in my life, I was a billionaire, and now all of a sudden I'm a trillionaire. Come on. Or I've never had to do anything. I just own a bakery and I have, these skills just making cake. I was born with skills to make cake. I never had to learn the process of sifting your flour and putting eggs in there. You want to hear how challenging it was and how many cakes they burned and how the smoke, came out the windows because it just smelled like burnt pastries all over the place, and how they kept crafting their skills and what they did to make the icing good. You want to hear about some of the blood and sweat and tears to get there, because at least it's possible for you. That's a possibility moment when people tell you their struggles to success is basically an entry point for us to say, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. But when you hear about people who were born or just given extraordinary gifts or measures, and therefore they didn't have to really put any sweat into it, you're kind of like, well, that's a little harder for me to think of. So what I will end this off in this beautiful forming way is hashtag never alone means exactly that. No matter what, someone's always willing to be out there. You just had to put your radio signal out there, Haley. You had to put that out there. And it doesn't mean talking to every person on the Tinder app or Cupid, whatever. Doesn't mean going on chat line or just getting yourself into circumstances and problems with random strangers you don't know. But get a chance to be around like-minded individuals in a like-minded place where it's safe to basically come out of your mental zone on the projects you have, or be able to be around those who feel the same dreams you have and say, hey, look, it's all about who you set yourself with and apart from. And even if you love those, and we love those who are close to us, we have to learn how to separate the BS from the real. You know what I mean? Not about, I love them, they're my parents, or they're my friends, they're my family, they mean well. What does it mean you have to surround yourself with people who are basically feeling alone? Because honestly, if they were a part of the journey in their own minds, they would never make you feel like you are alone. So hashtag never alone is to remind us all that no matter what journey we're taking, no matter how sick you are, there's someone out there resonating with that sickness. There's some doctor working on that particular thing or ready to discover how to heal it. Okay? I believe in the healing of the Creator always, because that's where it comes from. And a lot of doctors are talented too. I believe in homeopathic remedies, all kinds of stuff, because that's what we were born on the foundation of from our ancestors. But at the same time, Just like there's always some cure for every illness, there's always some love for every love lost. There's always some kind of, food or foods to cure the appetite. There's some kind of liquid and beautiful water to nourish your thirst. There's always something. For every eye problem, there's some glasses. For every hearing problem, there's a hearing aid. For every tired feeling, there's a nap. You know what I mean? Let's be real here. For every hair problem day, there's about 1 million hair products. For every makeup malfunction, there's about 1 million cosmetics. There's always something. So even though it's multiplied and rejuvenated, you're never alone. Never forget that. You are never alone. We are never alone in the situation, in the problem, in the matter at hand. No matter if you're the greatest friend out there and all you keep meeting is people who just pull you down, you're never alone. There's someone out there resonating exactly with you. And if you call that energy out and don't let the negative hold you down, that positive energy will draw you to those people. You have to sift through some maybe, but you'll know you're never alone. We are never alone. You equals I equals we, and we are us. So, hashtag never alone. Remember that. Keep it safe. Keep it good. Be the change. Feel the passion. Embrace the power of the spirit. Yes, you know how we get down. And check us out at Real Double Dose Channel. .blogspot.com. I almost said at .blogspot.com, as well as our Instagram handle at Real Double Dose Channel and RDDC Lex Team / Facebook.com, all that stuff. Check us out. We're there. We hear you. Hashtag never alone. Never fear. Don't worry. Perfect love casts out all fear. You're amazing. You're blessed. You're beautiful. And we will be back with you very, very soon.